Hi everyone, and welcome to this 2-point perspective challenge for you. It's especially for beginners, and what I would like you to do is to take a gray drawing paper and then put in a horizon. And furthermore, I'm using 2 pencils, just a black color pencil and a white color pencil. And what I want to discuss here with you is how to be consequent in your shadows when drawing perspective. What I'm doing here is I'm drawing in the edge of a pit. And as you can see, this pit is below our horizon. The whole pit is built up from those 2 disappearing points. Now this pit has an edge, and all vertical lines should be vertical in this drawing. So and coming from those vertical lines, you can decide and draw the perspective lines again for our edge. Now here I need a vertical line too, to make the difference between the hind wall and the side wall of our pit. And well, what I wanted to spice up our drawing a little bit, so I'm also drawing in a ladder that's coming from down that pit, and this ladder is above our horizon. You can see that I'm using the 2 points again to draw this ladder accurately. It has to be perfect, and it's a very simple form for beginners to start learning about perspective. Now the step of our ladder should be in perfect perspective also. So what you see me doing here is drawing in the steps of our ladder, all from the right disappearing point. Now these steps are about at the same distance from each other. So I draw them in just at feel. I do not have to calculate this. And to show you the difference between going in deep or going up high, I'm also placing in a tall building at the end of the drawing. Let's make it like this big. It's just for a demonstration. But now the point that I wanted to talk to you about is deciding where the light comes from for the casting of shadows. Now this direction should be parallel to each other, so I draw in 2 parallel lines, and now I can decide where the shadow is casted on the ground behind our ladder. One step of the ladder is also casting a shadow, and I can draw this in perspective. Once you have decided where the light is coming from, you can start shading in the shadows, and as you can see here, it's interrupted by the edge of our pit. Now for the high building in the far distance, I use the same parallel lines, and then I can decide where that shadow will be casted. To get a great 3D feel, you can start drawing in all other shadows. So here, on the high planks of the ladder, I start shading in, and also for the right side wall of the pit. I'm using my eraser pencil to take out some little helper lines that are disturbing for my drawing. I'm not erasing all lines because I want most of them to stay in for you to watch and to understand what we are doing. Okay, those were the darker parts. Now it's time for the light parts. As the sun is coming from way up high from the right, the top edge of our pit will catch a lot of light. So here I am using my white color pencil to draw in those parts that catch the most light. This will also be on our ladder itself. To prevent your drawing from fading out, you can always place a little tissue underneath your hand, and you can easily draw without fading out your drawing. The ladder itself will also be casting a shadow on the hind wall of our pit. Now I have to really think hard, and well, best you can do is just draw it in at feel. Like what would it look like if there was a shadow there? And I think this is quite accurate. What's also very nice is to use a blender stick to fade out your shadows and give it a soft feel. The beauty part for drawing on grey paper is that you can get all kinds of gradations of grey. By pressing harder on your pencil, it will be like when you press really hard on the white pencil, it gets really white. But when you give it a really soft touch, the grey of the paper will shine through, and you will get different kinds of white. Same goes for the black color pencil. Here in the deepness of the pit, I'm pressing a little bit harder, and you can get all kinds of grey just by doing this. You can see me trying out a little bit, and the shapes are really simple and easy, but you can make all kinds of awesome buildings and make the ladder maybe out of wood or out of metal or whatever you want, but this is a very, very nice start and demonstration of how the 2-point perspective is working. So, this is just what I was trying to tell you. The light is coming from way up high. The sun would not be visible, but it's on the whole length of your drawing paper, and the direction of the shadows is going in parallels. You can even draw out a little bit of the surface if you want, just to get that extra dimension, and try out all you want or work out the letter if you want. It's just an awesome study to do, and I wish you all the luck with it. Have fun, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again in my next tutorial.